do it.
When somebody's personal obsession gets access to the institutional power. Okay, this man used flock license plate reading cameras to track his estranged wife's vehicle 717 times. Hey, sir, you are not checking on her. You have turned heartbreak into a surveillance operation. Okay, you can't keep those kinds of tabs.
A chance to look around and see all the sights and sounds that downtown Cleveland has to offer. Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. A quick check down at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, checking out Pekovic here. What can you... Here is Verja. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Bro, leave me alone.
Defended by Shved.
Because she was apparently somewhere he didn't know about. And that's what bothers me about this story. This man made this woman something she wasn't because he couldn't.
The kick out to Irving. Here's Thompson. And two free coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's his first trip to the line.
Ron, you know, you'll take what you can from him from the foul line. A season ago, he shot in that low 60% range. You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Jared Jack is checked in for Cleveland. Here's Banger. It's good. This game is all even.
Real PG. Let's get started.
Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here. Jack with it. Now defended by Ball. Waiters off a bit from Verjao. And Waiters kicks to Clark. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3.
Made this shit.
The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one following a loss to the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, they gave away a lot of points at the free throw line in that game. Maybe it was being on the road. Maybe they were just out of sync, but something had them rattled.
Steve, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but clearly the misses from the stripe had an impact.
Moving it up, and it's Thompson with the jam.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And now that they have the lead, they might even want to get more aggressive defense.
Damn!
Trying to come up with more steal. And the call will go.
The fuck, okay.
That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Outside Jack. Jack gets a screen from Thompson. Now the pass to Jack. Thompson, a screen on Buddy. And Jack, here we go. Felix. Rebound, Minnesota. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Well, they swept the season series last year, and that was a pretty big accomplishment, as small as it might seem, but one of the few bright spots of the year.
Ball, the pass to Budding. The kick out to Williams. Chance there to take the lead, missing. There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Knocks it loose. And now Minnesota on the fast break from past the arc.
Come on.
Well, Steve mentioned this before. They meet just twice, Clark, and given the success they had against this team last year, do you think they've targeted this game as one they've got to have?
I would certainly think so, Kevin. If they're going to avoid another season at the bottom of the standings, they need to win games like this. These are monumental games, marker games, if you will.
Now here is Jack. He's by Ball. And Jack, here we go. Now Verjao inside. And stolen by Shved. Here's Buttinger. Shved, no good.
What the fuck?
Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Jack dishes to Clark. Three-pointer, and he gets it to go. Clark's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clark! Williams, a screen on Jack. quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cavaliers on top, up 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. This Wednesday, November 6th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on Kevin Love and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Don't miss out. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
A lot of time they've been spending at the foul line so far, guys. They'll take those points all game long if they can get them.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Minnesota with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And Jack, here we go.
And we'll get a look now at some of the stats, some of the numbers for Jarrett Jack. Last season's performance for him, he averaged 13 a game, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And those are tremendous assist totals. You don't even need the numbers, really, to see just how confident he is with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that's really accurate, Steve. I mean, he is loving playing the quarterback for them. Guys, we know it was a struggle last season for the Timberwolves, but against the Eastern Conference, they were pretty competitive. Nearly had a 500 record against teams from the East.
Pass to Buddingham. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Outside Jack. Frames the 19-footer. Shaq's got 8 here in the quarter. Well, back to the Timberwolves. That's a marked improvement over how they've done, Steve, over the past few seasons.
Yeah, the last few years, that's easily the best winning percentage the Wolves have had against the Eastern Conference. And they won't want to take much from last season to this one, but maybe that's something at least they can carry over and try to move on.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick.
What's that nigga on his feet?
Well, gentlemen, there has been a changeover in the front office for the Timberwolves, and it seems to be one that star Kevin Love is happy with. Previously, he publicly commented on a lack of support, a feeling that is candid in question, and he questioned whether there was a clear plan for a team that had long been mired in a rebuild. But with the new leadership, some talented teammates, and a great coach, guys, the optimism is high in Minnesota.
It would be nice to see them turn it around. Thank you, Doris. 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Passes it to Karsov. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Karsov's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Ball, and it's blocked by Karsov.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter.
Here's Jack.
But you didn't cut. It's immaculate ass.
Jack's got 12 in the game.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Williams for 3.
He got his ass shit. He's balling back.
Coach, not a lot of points on the board for you going into halftime. What was going on out there?
We're just not making shots. I thought we had a couple of looks at the rim that didn't go in, but we're a little disjointed offensively, and hopefully we'll get it back this quarter.
Coach, thanks for the time, guys.
Okay, Doris, thanks. And we'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly, but first, the halftime show. Now,
This one is
presented
actually
by Sprint.
vibrational soft sabotage begins to
Now let's go straight to the Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
what am I doing to myself? More than 19th degree of vibrational self sabotage taking place, and I say that.
And Kevin Love really wants the ball.
Negative association with making money.
The outside leaner. And that one comes up a bit short.
And a great choice there to make the pass when the star of your team is asking for it.
Well, that's how you get respect, and the coach likes seeing that type of teamwork and communication out there on the floor. That's winning basketball.
Irving and Waiters the guards. Bennett is out there with Andrew Bynum. And it's G in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Timberwolves trail by 8. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Not loose.
Still trying to get the 3, Tyler. Reading shit.
Irving's got it, the pass break chance. Here's Waiters. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
It could cause a strain on your relationship.
Here's the prodigy, covered by Irving. No good from Ball. The Cavaliers leading by 8. G kicks to Bennett. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, with Bennett out of UNLV, you love his great hands for a big guy. Can really catch and finish at the rim. You start talking about his strength, his ability to absorb contact. I like his game.
Steve, the point you make about the hands is really a good one. Great hands are not teachable. Good hands become better. Average hands can maybe move to good, but great hands are a gift. When you got his size and athleticism and those mitts, you got a lot to work with.
Pass to Love, beyond the arc. There's the bucket, good. Love's got 22.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And here is Irving. Fires from deep. And Kevin Martin pulls it down. Martin's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's the prodigy. He's guarded by Waiters. And the call goes to the prodigy. That'll be his second foul of the game.
What a great play.
But if that's associated to your design, then to avoid that, you design.
Here's the prodigy, covered by Irving. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And let's get your take, guys. And hustle stats.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And I'll tell you the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. That's checked in for Verjao. And it's Waiters in for Irving. Bynum. Good D by Love. Timberwolves trail by 10. 55 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Ball. They get it again. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within single digits.
Well, he cut into the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a difference.
Outside Jack. Soft touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
And he gets it to go. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. Over to the wing, tipped away. And now the Timberwolves on the break. That's good.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet in there myself. That's a gimme there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Minnesota making a switch. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Here's the prodigy. Can't connect. And we see the Cavaliers get the win here. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, congratulations, Andrew, on the win here tonight. We've heard Coach talking about the kind of discipline and intensity he wants out of this basketball team. How do these principles play out on the court?
Well, it can bring us together. Bring us together defensively. We're going to have to play great basketball on the road. We need to get some road wins.
A together team is a tough team, Andrew. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
Let's see on performance report.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
All my kids equally. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would be
What
Gabe.
you talking about, man?
I changed the oil in your truck, Dad.
Without being asked.
Hey, man, I feel like you've been here much longer than me.
She's
If
so
you see an
loving
opportunity,
and so
I'm not about to
caring,
step in the way.
especially with his baby sister, Charlie. In fact, Gabe was the most excited about Charlie's arrival. And
Yeah, I'm
he
feeling it.
himself.
Hey, I just want to play my game, help this team win. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well. Go crazy, bro.
Get your raise like a winner with Bet365. New customers bet $10, get $150 in bonus bets. You're wasting hours every week on product visuals, listing photos, and social content for your small business when you can be doing this instead.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, our setting as we take a look at this striking view of the landmark 3rd Avenue Bridge. Home court belongs to the Timberwolves in this one as we bring you a Western Conference matchup here live from the Target Center in Minneapolis. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. Someone Lee off a pick from O'Neal. It's Curry with the drive. They swipe it. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And that one is good from Ball. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season.
Some questions. He's never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. And he just finished signing an extension through the 2014-15 season. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
Here's Curry. 20 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
And that one's good.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Love with the screen on Kirk. Ball, the pass to Love. Here's the prodigy. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on David Lee. Here the pause in the action. Let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Warriors, 4th.
You know, it's interesting when you look at this team, Kevin. I mean, they found a way to get their whole team to knock down free throws at a consistent level. I mean, a team that can't make free throws, that's a huge liability and one you don't want to deal with. They'd like to repeat their success at the line this year. You know, the Timberwolves have taken on an increasingly international character. Players like J.J. Barea, Rubio, Nikola Pekovic, and Alexei Shved, all important contributors.
Here's Ball. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, it seemed to me their three-point shooting was their own worst enemy in that game, Clark. I mean, even their wide-open looks weren't falling.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they think back on that game, Steve, their main regret is going to be that they didn't get away from the three-point shot early on. They kept going to it.
Martin, boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the Warriors making a change here.
One more game.
Space is checked in. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Rick Adelman gave to his team during that break. He stressed effective transition defense above everything else. He told the team, quote, "We need to limit their fast break opportunities. That is what will win us this game." Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Love. Buries it
Good
down
shot,
low.
bro.
And Clark, a lot of European players used to this cold weather.
I'm K-Love. I forgot I got a little cut.
Well, maybe that's part of it. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, a duo. Actually, got a slide.
International players, some good talent that they
Damn.
Curry, good.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come.
Here's the prodigy, guarded by Kirk. Love, no good.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
The Wolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. The Warriors making a switch here.
Play your first $5 lineup and get
And so it's Minnesota with it.
Come on.
8-point game. And there's the call on Tony Douglas. Williams dishes to Buttinger. Back to Williams. Here's the prodigy. 11-point game his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. There's the bucket.
1.
The prodigy's got 7
1.
points. Warriors leading by 6.
1 little nigga.
Bazemore. Dishes it to Barnes. To the wing right side. 6 to shoot. Douglas kicks to Barnes. Warriors the rebound. Green left side. The pass to Bazemore. Second shot opportunity. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And Alexei Shved out of Russia. Last season, a free agent signee by the Timberwolves, and not really a bad find either. His shot's still coming along, but he's shown potential as a big playmaking wing.
Here's Ball.
Okay,
And he
I'll
gets
take
it.
the leg.
And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. And Bazemore kicks to Douglas. Shoots it. And he drops that one in. And the Timberwolves with Ricky Rubio and Shved. They've got 6'5", 6'6" guards with playmaking capability.
They are both very mobile, and that gives this team some versatility defensively.
Ball, the pass to Johnson. Rebound by Douglas.
Chad, what the fuck, bro?
Rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now.
Shut this shit off.
And Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
Draymond.
Offensive rebound. Here's Barnes. Excellent D there from Buttinger.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strongly.
There's the bucket. Good. Johnson's got his first basket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here. Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice
Oh my God.
No problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Such a careless
That's not my fault, bro. That's literally gonna be a dime.
Here's Ball.
Misses
Off the right iron.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. On the wing, Johnson and Iguodala. Maurice Spates out there with O'Neal. And it's
This
Curry
nigga talking about
at the
switch. Me at fucking defensive.
He's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Williams a screen. Here's the prodigy, guarded by Curry. The shot from Ball.
You know, bad.
They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Curry dishes to Spates. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Spates has got 6.
He had no problem knocking down that shot. And a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
Time screen gave him a step.
Easy left.
All the way.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Oh, yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
And Buttinger kicks to Love. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
Take a moment to check out Andre Iguodala here. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 13 a game, 5 assists and 5 rebounds. I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And he's always looking to push himself.
And that's what the best players do, Steve. You play with one of the all-time greats in Michael Jordan. Nothing comes easy in the NBA against top talent, night in and night out. And I think the way he's been playing shows he's been working a lot on different aspects of his game.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other area that's really been strong for them tonight is their ability to get to the free throw line, finding easy points.
Ball, the pass to Buttinger. No good with the triple.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today. You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had, and a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
Ball. Six the triple. The Prodigy's got 17 now.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
It's Curry with the drive. Here's Spates. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
You know, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies, but it speaks to their maturity, their character, the group they've put together, and it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
Williams with the block. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Stanovich is checked in for Jermaine O'Neal. And the Warriors with possession here. At one point, they led by 16.
Play played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. First in three-point shooting, third in rebounding. And they showed up in the top 5 in free-throw shooting. This is a team that took advantage of getting to the line.
And I think what really stands out is the spacing offensively. Like you talked about the three-point percentage, #1 in the league. That doesn't happen unless you have good flow and good spacing offensively. This team really spread the defense out on a nightly basis, and as a result, they were a nightmare to guard.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, remember, Kevin Love was the 5th overall pick back in 2008. Through hard work, he's transformed his body and expanded his game. He said, I love people telling me what I can't do, telling me this is your ceiling. I think all players
Come on.
basketball
You're a little hot.
limit on themselves. I was able to get out of my comfort zone, and because of that, I'm a much better player. Not only physically, but mentally as well. Kevin?
Yeah, his great skill level has always been his edge. Thanks, Doris. Curry can't get it to go. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to Cleveland.
And I think they can be proud of the way they executed. They really brought energy to the game. It just didn't go their way.
You know what? That was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, Steve. And they were right in it until the closing moments.
Iguodala with it. Williams picks him up. And Spates gets it to go.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Here's Ball. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th, the Timberwolves.
You could tell by watching them just how focused they were at the defensive end of the court.
You know, the Wolves were devastated by injuries last year, guys, but they still did all right up here in Minneapolis. 20-21 at home, not great, but considering the injuries, it's a pretty solid home record.
Lee sets a screen for Curry. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Curry's got 18 points in the game.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. Just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Ball. Dishes to Bekovic. 5 to shoot. For the 3. Warriors with the rebound. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season. Curry against Bekovic. Curry gets to Barnes. Snitched away. Here's Ball. Here's Bekovic. And so we conclude the first.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, so far, Coach.
Now, presented by Sprint.
We're pulling hella threes.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
I mean, 30 nigga pull so far. What, 8 threes? I think that's the message, man. Nigga didn't touch that.
Yes,
Nigga
Kevin.
put killing these niggas shot. 26 up for the nigga in the first half. Don't touch that hook no more.
Thanks for stopping by. As you know, it's important for me to regularly check in with all the players. So, how are you feeling about the team at this point of the season?
I'm really happy with the team right now. I like the direction things are going. Coaching is great. We just got to keep winning games, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm really happy that things are working out for you. Keep up the good work.
For sure. Definitely. Thanks for checking in.
No, anytime. Absolutely. Say, I heard you got a new place. How's it coming
Oh, man.
Like it?
Good up in there.
Yeah?
Gotta come through. I'll have a barbecue one of these weeks.
I'd love to, yeah. I'd love to check it out. I heard the views are really nice.
Oh, man. You know, always bring the ladies. Of
Okay.
course.
Yeah. Couple
Second
maybe.
base, maybe.
Yeah. That all works.
Play some 2K.
Oh, have you heard about the
Especially when you come to a new team, or James Harden, my CP and them ain't winning Houston. We gotta get Chris out of here. Like, we got, you know what I mean? And that was a random trade too. That's the risk you take when you do that. Like superstars, had 6, 7 years, bro. That's a lot to ask, bro. For you to be a top of your game for 7 years, bro, and average over 20 or lead your team, bro, you was really gold.
It's better just to be an all-star.
Yeah, it's just cool to be like, no disrespect to Joe, bro, but like Joe Johnson, when you were Joe Johnson, you can play for 20 years and nobody, it's like you can adjust to teams. Like, even though Joe was the man in Atlanta, at one point he was a role player in Phoenix. Kind of man, it was an easy, like, I know how to play that role play before, but like, some people can't adjust to that. Like, Tracy McGrady, even though he got hurt, but I would have been tough for him to see, like, him play be a role player in his career. Obviously, he had to because he got hurt. But if he was healthier, no way.
Yeah, I never really.
Timberwolves look to take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, check out Ricky Rubio. What can we expect here?
Well, he's developed into an incredible thing.
We got OKC, we got the Sixers, we got the Knicks, we got the Spurs. They got a lot of pressure.
To the middle and taken away by Ellis. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
It has taken him no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here. Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade. The only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference there.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Ellington's checked in. Now, here's Calderon. He's guarded by Ball. Here's Blair, and it's blocked by Johnson. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
How about we take a look at some of the numbers for Vince Carter? Last season's stats for him. Put up about 13 points a game last season, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. We're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box score.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star. He's somebody
Need that late.
contributions across a wide range of
Need that fucking late.
And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overcoming?
Oh,
I think the balance is in your decision making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
Here's the prodigy, defended by Carter. Foul call that time in the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
A look now at where the Timberwolves ranked in the NBA last year. 5th in steals, 14th in rebounding, and they were in the top half of the league in lowest opponent scoring as well. This is a team that has shown improvement defensively, and they feel like they're not done yet.
Still, I think the key to their team was the steals that you talked about, because they were a team that put a lot of pressure on the offense. They got out and played the passing lane, tried to force turnovers, and when they did, they usually converted those into points at the other end, and that's one of the reasons they were pretty good.
The 3, no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
You know, it's a little bit surprising that the game got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
They really were. Outplayed them. If you looked only at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. But it was a case of a few intangibles that didn't play out in their favor that made all the difference.
That would be crazy.
Here's Calderon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The shot's good from Ellington.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's the prodigy. He's guarded by Calderon. Budinger bangs home the trifecta. Budinger's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Calderon kicks to Crowder. Into Blair. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Hey, there was no question about it. Everybody knew DeJuan Blair had talent when he came into the NBA, but people were scared off because he had no ACLs in his knees. A valid reason if you look at it from that standpoint, but he continues to prove the detractors wrong by still being in the league.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Crowder. Ball the pass to Williams, and he converts the layup. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the ball. Around the cup. And here it is. They're playing well now, trying to get back into this thing.
Yeah, pretty good comeback effort here. Rolling along nicely, and they've gotten themselves within striking distance now.
Calderon kicks to Carter, and stolen by Shved. Pass the ball. Johnson with a screen on Calderon. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Now here is Carter. Dishes it to Ellington. Jacks up a three. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Yeah, she got number 1 and then number 25, man. She first and second option. Yeah.
Tune in.
Hey, just gotta switch some shit up. Our bench cut.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Now the key has been the
That's tipped, stolen by Rubio. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. The prodigy in their last time out against the Warriors had a huge game. He finished with 25 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. This game might have acted as a coming-out party for him in the NBA, a truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
And that one's good. 6 points for Sean Marion.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
There's a screen by Williams. Here's the prodigy, guarded by Ellington. Another miss by Minnesota.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chased down that pumpkin often.
Calderon dishes to right. Marion outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Ellington, no good.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year, and it really put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fracture. They were missing 2 major building blocks.
Here's Carter. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rubio the pass to ball. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and helped them turn things around a bit, but Kevin Love would end up playing very few games for him, Steve, and they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Love's injury, I think, just devastated.
Oh my God,
Rubio, of course, coming off that ACL, he eventually made it back, but those are the key guys. I mean, Rubio and Love have to be the foundation of this club. They added a lot of three-point shooting in the offseason, so this should be a
oh my God.
to the stars, Kevin.
Now the feed to Brown. Budinger with the missed the ball. That's it on the jump shot. The Prodigy's got 8.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Calderon kicks to Carter. And it's Chase Budinger with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nikola Petrovic is checked in for Kevin Love. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
Gotta find something, you're right. This shot's good from Ball. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Calderon pushes to Ellington. Rejected by Ball. And now the Timberwolves on the break. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. 13 points for the Prodigy.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. This is the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a look at the 3rd Avenue Bridge. Ball in at point guard. Kevin Love out there with Johnson. Then there's Martin. And it's Brewer in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Here's Ball. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Terrific execution there. When it mattered the most, he knew he had the height advantage, and he got the job done.
And the call will go against the Prodigy. That's his
Nigga got me on 3rd.
He's checking for Larkin. Here's Harris. Harris, right side. Ellis with it. Shot clock at 6. Here's Marion, rejected by Brewer, but he stays with it. Ellis, that's good.
They are killing him with that 3-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Here's Ball. Gets it to Johnson. Here's the Prodigy, guarded by Harris. Here's Ball. Shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Back to Ellis.
My God, y'all. Like, where are we going?
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Well, Ellis is one of the most acrobatic finishers in the NBA, Kevin. His ability to race in from the perimeter and score, either in transition or against a half-court defense. He finds his way to the rim, and he can finish once he gets there.
And he's shown the ability of absorbing contact, hanging, and still finishing. I think he could even stand to be more aggressive, looking for contact speed just to up those free throw attempts. But regardless, a devastating scorer around the rim. You know, one of his other qualities, Steve, is how quickly he starts to break. I mean, he doesn't need numbers either. He can be a coast-to-coast, rack-to-rack guy all by himself.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Tawan Blair, who's checked in for Dallenberg. White comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Jay Crowder's subbed for Sean Marion. Here's Ball. Connects. 3-point range.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? You can just rise up and bang down a 3 ball like that. They get such separation with the height advantage.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Now they're trying to extend this game, but this one's pretty much out of reach.
At some point, you just got to concede and get ready for the next one. Stopping the clock now, I mean, wasting everybody's time, me and yours included. We want to get out of here. No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Dirk during that set.
He played 9 minutes straight buckets.